All right, guys, here we are. Episode 3 since '04 sports, baby. Here we are. The Mets had a very interesting day the other day. So we're here to talk about it with Vincent and Rob, two Mets
Two
fans versus
Bavarian
two Yankee
legends,
fans.
Brooklyn legends, Delaware and Villanova prodigies, and two of the biggest Met fans that we know. So we kind of had to have them on here for this, kind of massive out of nowhere trade. I feel like most people didn't really expect it, especially before Thanksgiving. I feel like
Right.
that's,
Yo, random Sunday. Like,
yeah,
what are we doing,
literally.
bro?
We
This is
want
Very
to
gonna be like
early.
basketball
Very
home.
early.
this
Yeah,
is gonna be like Nick Fuentes versus Ben Shapiro type of debate. We'll see.
All right. So first off, though, as a Met fan, like what was the first take you guys kind of had? Like the second you saw the update or got a text from someone on your phone, what was kind of like the first thing you guys thought? I want to like Vin, you go first, and then
Yeah,
Rob,
Vin,
you
you
can
go
kind of just
first.
like pick up after.
When I first saw it, I didn't like it at all. I mean, I love Nimmo. It's been with us for 12 years now. Like how could as a Met fan, how could you like seeing your guy that was in the organization for that long get traded for a guy that's shown complete regression over the last 3 years? He's nowhere, he's not a shell of himself of what he was. So how do you trade your homegrown guy that could have been the captain of the team for that? And it's in such a manner where it's like it wasn't like a thing where you at least gave him a chance to say goodbye to the organization. You just traded him on a random Sunday for a guy that, I mean, doesn't really push the needle. It's not a trade that's going to put you over the hump and win you a World Series. So I just didn't understand how it came out like that. How you trade one of your most beloved guys for Marcus Semien. It didn't make sense to
Like
me.
they forced it,
Yeah,
That's what
it was a complete forced trade. I think Stearns is lost, honestly.
Yeah, I know, definitely. I feel like if you're a true Mets fan, your first reaction when you get the tweet is like, what are we doing? We're trading Nimmo before, without like any like heads up or anything. But like the thing that I thought immediately is like when you think of like a New York Met, I think Brandon Nimmo is one of the guys you think of, and you trade him so abruptly, and don't even give the fans time to think. Like, I mean, Stearns has been on somewhat of a hot seat, so we have to see what happens from here. But like
I
immediate thoughts, I didn't like it.
No, I mean a lot of pressure, obviously, and I feel like it was like a panic move. Like you didn't have to trade Nimmo right away. You could have seen how the market went, see what happens with Tucker and Bellinger, But I guess now like doing this move kind of makes them like all in on getting an outfielder and maybe even getting Alonso back now. But my problem is now is if you somehow don't get Alonso, like that is a complete disaster. This is a disastrous trade.
Oh,
Disastrous trade.
I
Like
don't
you
even want to
can't
think
mess
about
this up.
that.
I know you don't
That
want to
would be
think
the
about
worst
that, but
situation
like
ever.
I mean, the problem with Stearns too is not re-signing him last year, right? He didn't have that good of a year last year. He had a better postseason, but then no one was interested in Pete Alonso last year. No one. The Blue Jays were kind of interested, but the Mets were still able to get him back on a 1 year deal pretty much where he can opt out, but now he had a great year. So now he's going to want more money, he has more leverage, and now there's more teams that are going to want him like Boston, and even maybe Texas now. I saw they obviously need a first baseman, and who knows what they're going to do now. They have DeGrom and Nimmo, so you might as well just add Alonso to that. But I don't know. This would be a disaster. Like I don't even know what I would do if I were you guys, going into next year if you don't have Alonso and Nimmo on this team.
Well, I mean, like straight away, like from the deadline, like there's been signs like, yo, it's going downhill. Like the Mullins trade, I hated that. The Rogers trade, no, that was the one I was like, I don't know what we're doing here. The Rogers one, and then obviously Helsley was a complete disaster. But I mean, I don't know what he's doing to be honest.
I feel like you gotta look at this trade. You can't. The only positive I'll take out of this is you can't look at this trade right now. I think the way to evaluate it is going to be at the end of the offseason. Depends on what they do after this. It's a move where it's like they're clearing out the outfield spot. They're getting the defense. They want a defense. Stearns talked about defense. Our
Yeah,
defense was horrible last year. So Simeon's a Gold Glove guy. You get a Gold Glove second baseman, whatever. You got to look at this trade at the end of the offseason and say, did we bring in the outfielder that we want? Did we bring in Bellinger, Tucker, or whoever? And then you have to evaluate from that. If they don't bring in one of those guys and sign back Pete, Pete's a non-negotiable. You have to get it back now. You can't let two of your homegrown guys walk in the same offseason. That's a disaster. It'd be horrible.
yeah,
So you got to
exactly.
look at this at the end of the offseason and say, if we sign one of those two guys in the outfield, it's probably a good move. It probably helps us out. But if you don't do that, then it's an absolute failure. It's a complete failure
Yeah.
because it doesn't push the needle.
One more
I,
bad trade, and he should probably be investigated. Honestly, he might
Yeah,
be involved in
it's
one of the
embarrassing.
families.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
embarrassing.
I feel like this is an impossible situation to mess up. He has unlimited money, unlimited. He can pretty much get whoever he wants, obviously. After getting Soto, it's like, oh, it's a free-for-all. But I think that has also led to Met fans, in my opinion, since I'm a Yankee fan, just witnessing it, they think it's a free-for-all. Every move he makes sometimes now is good. Like it's like I can't believe people, some professionals too, are even saying like, yeah, this is a great move. They had to get rid of Nimmo. Like you look at the run prevention that Marcus Semien has. The run prevention. He's 35 years old. He's 3 years left on his contract. He's making 25 million a year. He batted 230 last year. He's gotten worse every single year the last 3 years. But yeah, no, his run prevention, that's gonna get the Mets into the playoffs. That's gonna change everything. Nimmo's energy when he walks into Citi Field and he walks into that clubhouse, that won't be missed. No, not at all. I mean, that guy's one of the nicest humans and happiest humans to walk this planet. He's from the middle of nowhere in Wyoming. The middle of nowhere. Was drafted by the Mets and pretty much raised in this organization. And you just, you pay him, and obviously maybe the contract isn't that good and he hasn't gotten better. You can kind of see he's declining every year. He really, it hasn't, he's not going to get better. You know that. But you just trade him, out of nowhere because you want to shake up the core. Like this is the move you do to do that? Like, I don't understand. And like I can't believe people are even defending it. Like, okay, Semien, oh yeah, he was a gold glover. Oh, Marcus Semien. Like, what can you even say? This is insanity. Like it's pissing me off. I'm a Yankee fan. I despise the Mets. This is a disaster. This
Horrible.
has disaster written all over it. Like, am I
And now,
wrong?
and now you also got to think that you bring in Simeon now. You block your number one prospect, Jet
Yo,
Williams,
Absolutely no
who's
sense.
been in the
Absolutely no
system
sense.
for he's been the top prospect in the system for 3 years now, and he's never gonna get a chance to play. Never gonna get a chance to
never.
play.
When's he
Makes no
playing now?
sense.
He's gonna play left, I guess. Like,
I mean,
He's gonna
well,
have
yeah,
to.
wait. So like, yeah, we solidify the middle infield defense, right? And that's all fine and good, but then you still have the fact that he's been declining for a couple of years now. He is 35 years old, and now like, would they move him, put Jet at second, Simeon at third? Like, what do we do here? I don't
he's
know.
just clogging a spot now. He's
Yeah,
literally just
I
taking
don't
up
know.
space.
That was our biggest thing. We have 100 guys in our farm that are all infielders. They're all infielders, and you
Yeah.
bring in another infielder. It doesn't make any sense. You have three third basemen, by the way, all are not good. And then
No.
you have Jet in the farm. He's never going to play now. And then you bring in a 35-year-old on the worst contract in the sport to play second base. It doesn't make sense. It
It's
doesn't make
comedy.
sense.
And you literally laugh about it. It's like, and people are literally defending it. How
No,
can you defend
it's a
this?
sitcom move. It's a joke. It's a pathetic organization at this point. You win 83 games last year after signing Soto, and now you bring in literally the worst contract in the sport. It doesn't get worse than a 680 OPS for $25 million a year. It doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense.
No.
Yeah,
But like,
and no, people were trying to justify like the contracts out of it because Simeon is getting off the money quicker in like
yeah.
2028.
Oh, they saved 30 million.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah,
yeah,
what are you gonna do with that though? That's the thing. You have to do something with it, which I know they will. They
yeah,
will sign people. But I love how we're all talking like, oh, they're gonna sign Tucker, Bellinger. We're gonna get Tatis. We'll make a trade for Tatis. We have all these prospects. We're gonna bring back Pete. What about the pitching? If you're gonna
Well,
trade
oh my
Nimmo,
God, man. Yo, don't get me started, bro.
how are we not?
Biggest
How are we
problem.
missing
This is
this?
the biggest
The
thing.
biggest
So
problem.
I was like, yo, obviously Scooble probably never happening. That's a pipe dream. But like,
Bullshit. Yeah.
bro, what do we like? Can we address the needs that need to be addressed before all this other bullshit? Sorry, but yo, like
You're
the
good.
pitching side of it is such a like question mark. I mean, obviously we have the three like we have Sproat, Tong, and McLean,
Yeah.
but like I don't know what we're doing in the bullpen. Like, got to get Diaz back, obviously.
The problem is David Stearns doesn't like to pay for pitching, and it's been a problem forever with him. He likes to bring in these project guys. Look how that worked out with Clay Holmes
Ricky
last year.
Montes.
My
Clay
God,
Holmes,
bro.
Frankie Montas, horrible. It's embarrassing. He refused. You have the owner in out of all sports pays the most of their players. He doesn't care. He'll give any contract he wants,
Yeah.
and you don't use that. You don't use that to your advantage. You say, okay, we're gonna go get Clay Holmes and Frankie Montas to start for us.
Yeah.
You get in the playoffs, you're gonna start Frankie Montas. Like it makes no sense. It makes-
Dominaya, yeah, throw him out there, All these guys, yeah, they'll figure it out. I love how they make this move, right? If you're gonna trade Nimmo, I was like, all right, if it were to happen, you get a bullpen guy maybe. Because right now your bullpen consists of, I guess, is it Huascar Brazaban and
And
maybe
you,
like
You.
I don't even want to know. I'm like scared to look at that roster right now because if Diaz leaves, I mean,
That's
I
another
would,
problem because
I
No,
would
no, just chalk it up. Chalk the
He
season
wants
up. Trade
5 years. They
Soto.
only want to
Like
give him
it's over,
3.
bro.
like who are you going to bring that's going to replace that? You can't.
Nobody.
No one available is going to fix that.
I mean,
Robert Suarez,
best closer in the
Devin Williams.
sport.
If you sign
Oh
Devin
my, Devin
Williams,
Williams.
Oh, I'll pray for you guys. Are any of you guys Jets fans too?
Nah, I'm Giants.
Thank God. You guys
I
would
was
fuck
thinking
me.
If
that
I
I
was a
saw the
Met
Mets are
Jet
interested
fan,
in Edwin and in Devin Williams. I almost fainted. Did you not witness what just happened the last year? Yeah, he got better at the end, but he was almost worse than Woody Johnson. Is that crazy? He literally he gets
might
one
be.
save at like the midway point of the year when we were struggling. We're the one seed in the AL, and who knows what happens, you know? Obviously
Mhm.
Toronto was really good, but I mean, he proved he can't pitch in New York.
No.
Oh hell
Oh
no,
yeah, let's
yeah.
bring him in. He'll be the closer for us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
why
saw that
not?
article. The Diaz wants 5. They only want to give him 3. If he doesn't take the 3, they're gonna go sign Devin Williams.
Yeah,
I mean,
that'll
what?
work.
Yeah. Devin Williams is gonna
Great
take
backup
the place
plan, bro.
of our best closer in the sport. Makes sense. Really makes sense.
this is this is looking like a disaster. And like I keep seeing stuff online of these Met fans and like these professionals that are like, oh yeah, they're in the right direction. This is winning moves. These are winning baseball moves. And in my head, I just wanted to learn from Met fans that I know and that I can trust. And now I'm learning it's not just me. I'm not losing my mind because this is a joke. This is a disaster. It's like this guy Stearns. He makes Brian Cashman look like a good GM. He thinks he's smarter than everyone. He's making he's outsmarting every GM, especially bringing in the pitchers that he did last year, not bringing back Severino, which obviously it kind of worked out. But at the time, you replaced him with Frankie Montes, who is now DFA'd and was one of the worst pitchers I've ever witnessed,
Yeah,
ever.
it was horrible. And
And
my,
he
my
proved
thing last year, going back to last year, they didn't want to sign Severino because whatever he's getting older. He had one good season, and then you go out and you re-sign Sean Manaea. It's the same situation as
Yeah, literally the same
Severino.
thing.
There was no difference. There was no difference. They're the same pitcher.
Listen, to think that 2 years ago, not last season, but the year before that, you guys brought the Dodgers to what, game six?
6,
Tip.
yeah.
Six, you lose. Dodgers obviously ended up winning it all against the Yankees. You pick up the guy, you steal Soto
yeah.
from us, the
We get
legend.
worse.
Could
How
have
do we
been.
get worse? Someone's got
And then
to.
you don't even make the playoffs, and now this is great. And then
It's
now this is happening.
comedy. It's
I
comedy.
mean, with all due respect, the decline is Jets worthy. Like it's bad, bro.
Oh, it's pathetic
What just
organization.
happened makes absolutely no sense. Like I said, he should be investigated if he makes one more bad move because there's no explanation for it. There's no reason.
And
The
yeah,
only the only logical thing you could take out of this is either he's just has no idea what he's doing at all, or he's obviously setting up moves for the future. He's got to bring in one of those outfielders. It's got to be Bellinger or
Yeah,
Tucker.
Vin. To go off that, like I was gonna ask, do we go for obviously the Bellinger and Tucker, or is there any other guys
Got
on
to
the
be
market,
one of
Brandon?
them. You
can
have to
I
Is there
bring
any
in
other
one of
can
guys?
those.
I also add here? Is Bellinger that much better than Nimmo?
No,
Like that would be the
exactly.
most
Like
I
realistic
think he
move.
is. I
I
think
don't know if you want to have a right fielder and a left fielder for the next 10 years making 50 million each. That's absurd.
I mean it's
Bellinger is short term, I would guess, like 3 to 5 years, and
mhm.
he'll be making like 30 million. It's not like he's going to be on the team till he's 40, I would imagine. But is he that much better than Nimmo?
I think he is. I mean it's the
I mean,
defense.
yeah,
Bellinger's a great defender. Nimmo's a traffic going out there. He can't even move.
I get
I
that.
yeah.
He
He's
would have
been
been a
getting
DH
worse.
in 2 years anyway. He can't play the outfield anymore. So I think Bellinger is a lot better, but
Yeah. No, I get that. But if you make that move, you trade a homegrown, like, I mean, one of the most loved Mets of all time, kind of for nothing, it feels like. Because who even knows if Semien lasts? If he's
Yeah.
bad, why would you keep him? He's just clogging a spot. You just eat the money at that point, But like, if you're going to make that move, you have to upgrade in left field. So I would like to imagine it's not just Bellinger because I know Bellinger's definitely better, but like, I don't think he's that much better. I don't think he's like the difference maker that's going to,
nah, he's not. He
change
doesn't put us
everything.
over the hump,
Exactly.
Oh
obviously.
no, no way. No, I was thinking like also, do we go into the system? They were talking about bringing up Benj,
Benj
which
has
I
to
don't
start.
know.
Benj
Yeah, I
needs
don't
a
know.
spot.
Benj or even Clifford. Could he play outfield? Right? He could play outfield.
Yeah,
Or like, do we go for Duran, who I don't even think is
I saw
that
that.
good, but
Duran.
like there's like options, but I don't. They have to justify this in some sort of way.
Durant would make the most sense, I
I
feel
You
like.
think
believe. I
so?
hate.
I
I
feel like
hate.
Maybe
Bellinger is the guy, like the most realistic. I
the
don't
thing
know.
is though, like Bellinger's, I don't think he's like Soto. I was arguing with this about this with a couple different people. Like Soto, obviously, I think was going to take the best deal no matter what. Whoever was going to offer him the most money, and that obviously he knew it was going to be you guys the whole time. Steve Cohen was not getting outbidded by anyone. And look what happened. Obviously, he won. But I think Bellinger genuinely loved being a Yankee. His father
Yeah.
played for the Yankees, won a championship with them. And like him in last offseason too, you kind of there was rumors of him wanting to be a Yankee. And obviously, him in that lineup last year, he was phenomenal for us. He was amazing. I feel like he was such a great Yankee, and I think he would take a little bit less money to stay with them.
Yeah.
So if that happens, though, like, do you go that far in to get Tucker? And like,
Hey,
if you don't
never
get
count
him,
out
though, like,
Steve, bro. Never count him out. Like it could happen, which would be absolutely crazy. But like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I saw something somewhere where Bellinger hit like way better at home than on the road. So
yeah,
I do understand that, and also like he definitely does love the culture, and obviously the short porch, Mickey Mouse. But hey, we'll
fair.
see. I mean, Tucker would be. I don't know. I mean, Vin, what do you think, bro?
I like Tucker. I think if Cohen's going to throw the money and he wants to live up to this guarantee that's already passed, by the way, the 5 year guarantee, it's over already. But if he wants to live up to this bringing a World Series to the Mets, then he's going to have to throw money at Tucker. You just agreed to trade your homegrown guy for the 12 years as a Met. You got to bring in Tucker. Like it makes no sense not to. I think we have to be right up there with the Yankees, Phillies to bring him in.
Yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
we're always up there. I mean, we have infinite
yeah.
money, like Brandon said.
I mean,
So
hopefully until
I
next
hope.
offseason. I would hope this lockout kind of fixes that. I would love to see more parity. I feel like it's every single offseason we hear the same teams. It's the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, sometimes the Phillies, Boston's in there. It's the same thing. It's the
But
same
it's you
thing.
got to think if you're going that big picture there, you got to think the MLB wants to see those teams in the World Series. They
Yeah.
pull way more viewers, better ratings on those World Series. They're not
Yeah,
going
but
to pull. Look at the Ranger or the what was it? The Diamondbacks and the
yeah.
Rangers in the World Series. It's a horrible World Series. Nobody watched it. The Dodgers and the Yankees had 20 million viewers, the
Yeah.
most
And
in
this year
20
was
years.
ridiculous too. It was
Yeah, I
even
mean,
better.
you got to think what would they want to do from their perspective. If you're the MLB and you're Manfred, you don't want to change that so that it's going to be some two random teams that are not going to help your ratings. Like, man, I understand for the sport as a whole, it's better, but it's a business. It's for the money part of it. They're going to want the better teams that pull them better viewers.
But you're telling me if you saw a team like the Pittsburgh Pirates, like actually doing well with Skeens and like in the playoffs consistently, like giving the Mets trouble, giving the Dodgers trouble. Because a team like that, like they have the pitching that if they made the postseason and like they had any sort of offense, literally any sort of offense, they could probably beat anyone. They have one of the best staffs in baseball by a mile.
I mean,
Like
yeah, it's a cool story. I'd like to
I
see
feel
it,
like
but
that'd be something I feel like as a fan I'd love to watch. I don't know how it would look like, like viewers wise, I guess, but like I don't know. I just feel like that would be the best thing for the sport. Like I'm
yeah,
tired of
it
seeing
would be
I don't
good.
even I'm tired of seeing like the Yankees in on everyone too because I like half the time we don't even get anyone, you know? We get let down every year. At least like the Mets, they kind of give you hope. They actually bring these guys in, but then they don't win. We
Yeah,
at least
they
win.
give you hope and they don't do anything with it. So
Yeah. I
Wait,
mean,
so
I,
Brandon, what do you think of a salary cap? Do you think it should be or no?
That's got to be added. I think it has to
Think
be added.
so?
And like the problem is, though, I saw today that if the MLB were to fight this and the owners were to want a salary cap, it's going to be probably a 2-year lockout, which would end the sport. You can't be out for that long. Like the players are
the
so
problem
against
though.
it.
You can't impose that salary cap and take a 2 year lockout. It
Yeah,
just
I
so
know.
many people are losing so much money at that point. It doesn't make sense. You
Yeah,
can't do
and
it.
think about like the players that are losing the prime of their career. Like Judge
Yeah.
will be like I think about it like this. Like if the Yankees don't win it this year, which I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but if they don't win it this year, right, and then there's a lockout in 2027, and then he misses that whole year, he'll be, I think, 35 in
Oh.
2028 or
And he'll
36.
still be insane though. Like he's
I
so
know, but
good, bro.
like,
Oh no, no, two
no.
year lockout. Don't worry. Marcus Senior will be 38 years old.
Yeah, yeah, still making
Ah,
26 million, clogging up a spot.
26 million fucking 38-year-old. It's a
And
joke.
you'll have Ryan Helsley as a starter,
yep.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
Hey,
saw
he'll
Jet
that
get a
Williams
too.
will still
start.
be in the minors.
Yep. Yeah, they're not even going to trade him. They'll just keep him down. It's a joke. I kind of hate everything that's going on. I really hope, honestly, for your sake. I mean, honestly, I don't hope, but like they got to figure this out because this is not that hard. I feel like they're doing it a way that it's not like I've never seen anything like this. Like they have such a good team on paper, and they're like literally a couple moves away from honestly being right there with the
They're
Dodgers.
all
They're right
pitching
there.
moves. They're
A
all
couple
pitching moves.
pitching,
But
exactly.
we
None
don't.
of them are
How are they not
addressed.
talking about this? They should
None
be
of
in
them
on
are
every
addressed.
single pitcher, every
Yeah,
single
literally.
one. And they're somehow, we're worried about a left fielder and Marcus Semien and Alonso. And I keep seeing stuff now that Diaz is gone. He's
Yeah.
gone. You can't lose him.
The issue was never the lineup. The lineup was fine. Outside of runners in scoring position last year, that was our biggest issue, which is the argument with that is like it's all luck based average with runners in scoring position. It's the same thing. The hitters are getting up there, they're hitting, whatever. We didn't perform at runners in scoring position, whatever. The lineup was never the problem. We were fine. We were hitting well. I mean, we had some cold spells, but we were hitting well. The pitching was the thing that ruined us. The back half of last year, it was like we couldn't get a
Brutal.
starter to go more than 4 innings.
It was
Not
hard.
once. We had a month. I think we had a month last year where we didn't have a starter besides Peterson go over 4 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you look at the people that like the names that we have pitching, and you're like, yeah, it makes sense. Like
Dick
what are we doing?
Lovelady was
Dickie
the part of
Lovelady.
that. Who
Hey,
else?
we got him back. Hey, don't worry,
Yeah.
we still have him.
Kevin Herget, Chris Davinsky. You had some of the worst pitchers I've ever seen in my life on a roster for a month, pretty much.
There's a problem dating back to last year when they signed all these guys, when they bring in Clay Holmes. I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, Clay Holmes, like you can imagine the NLCS against the Dodgers. You're gonna go out there and roll out Clay Holmes in Game 3 in LA. Like it makes no sense. It doesn't make
Nah,
any
yeah,
sense.
wait, I wanted to bring this up. Marco, shout out Marco. But he told me he's like, so you're going into a series versus the Padres, game three, must-win game in the wild card. There's rolling out. I mean, he's kind of mid, but Dylan Cease, who are you rolling out? Like Clay Holmes,
You
like you
have to.
can't really feel that confident
Yeah.
in these
I mean,
games.
I would imagine McLean, he looked like one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Clean's our only guy that I'm super
Yeah.
confident. Everyone
Tom,
else is
like,
just a wash.
hopefully he figures it out. He's young, like
Oh,
you're putting so
Tom's
much
young.
pressure on him. Like
That
last
was
year,
that was
so
a
much
bad. I
pressure on
said
him.
that was a bad call.
Yeah, it was
He was
rushed.
not
It was
ready.
rushed. Hmm.
Yeah, it was so obvious that it was rushed. And Sproat, I mean, like he'll figure himself out. He'll be fine. He looks great too. But like you're gonna go into a season now with those three, and then you still have Clay Holmes, and you have Senga, I guess, right? And then
Sengo, wait, what even like what is he in? He was in the
is he even
minors,
real
right?
anymore? Does he even
Never
exist?
got back
I
up.
don't even
Never
know.
got back up. He
How does that
played.
happen?
He played in
Crazy
the
thing,
minors
he was good
for like
too.
a month, and he got beat up in the minors for a month.
Literally every single pitcher on the team, like they had like three good starts, and then everybody went down at the same time. That's why,
Well, the first 2 months our pitching rotation was
yeah,
elite
best team in
for no
baseball.
reason.
Somehow, some way, best rotation. But
And after a while, all those guys, all the projects kind of flamed out, right? And then you had to start abusing that bullpen. And now you have a million guys that had Tommy John, Reed Garrett, Tyler McGill. You had so many guys get injured. And it was at the end of the year, it was a joke. It was a joke. And I saw something too the other day of Met and Yankee legend Adam Ottavino kind of came
oh,
over
bro,
and
I
said,
wanted to bring this up. Yep.
yeah, go ahead. I mean, I
Hey,
don't know.
so
You would know more. Yeah.
yeah. So Marco told me this about this too, but because he thought that what Ottavino said had something to do with the trade, but basically what he said was like Andy Martino did like a mock lineup of the Yankees and Mets, put Verdugo over him in left field. He got angry about it, like started like ripping him in like a hallway of Citi Field or whatever, and Ottavino saw it. And also like when Lindor was gonna be captain or like was rumored to be a captain, Nimmo kind of got a little aggravated about that. So
Ooh,
he's kind of
wow.
kind of paint a picture to be like Nimmo's not like the guy you think he is, but which I think I don't think that's
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
But
I saw that too the other day, and
yeah,
my first reaction to that was Nimmo was complaining that Lindor was going to be named captain over him. But in my opinion, like if you think you're the captain, if you're Brandon Nimmo and you're like I'm the captain of this team, I'm the leader of this team, then you wouldn't be like mad that your
yeah,
teammate is getting recognition
You
for
wouldn't care.
what
Yeah.
he's done for the organization. Lindor, I will defend with my life. That guy has done more for the Mets in 5 years than Nimmo's done in 12.
true.
He basically won us a series against the Phillies. He brought us to the playoffs that year after being a miserable team for the first half. He should be the captain. He should be the captain of the team. Besides Soto now, he's the best player on the team. He's been the best player on the team.
Nah, it's still got to be Lindor.
It's got to be Lindor.
Yeah,
And when Nimmo's coming out and saying like he's mad or he's telling people in the clubhouse he's mad that he should be the captain, then you're not the captain. You're not a leader. You're bringing the team down. That's bad for the clubhouse. You're not a leader. It's
yeah.
I didn't
No,
agree.
definitely. But like also we have to like realize who this is coming from. Like, do we trust Adam Ottavino
Yeah.
on
No,
a,
I was going to
you
go
know what
off
I
on
mean?
something
Like,
else. I didn't even know this was a thing. I was going to say I saw something, Adam Ottavino. I think it's just him being sour that he got pretty much released from the Mets.
yeah,
But it was him saying, like, look at all these guys that have gotten injured. Like the way the Mets like treat their relievers and their pitchers is a
Yeah, I
disgrace.
saw that. Yep,
Is a
Mendoza. I don't
disgrace.
know. Wait, like I mean, I don't know if Mendoza's the guy either. Like,
We haven't even talked about
Vin,
that.
what do you think? What do you think about that, bro? Because yeah, I mean, obviously 2024, great season. We were riding the wave of that whole second half, but like, I don't know, like his
You
actual
got it.
managerial
I
decisions.
don't think you could panic on on Mendoza yet. He brought us to the playoffs that year, and then I mean he's in charge of coaching the team that's put on the field for him. I mean Stearns gave him the worst pitching rotation I've ever seen in my life. So what
That's a
is he
good point.
supposed to do with that?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like yeah, you're gonna ride the high of the amazing year that they had in 2024, right? And obviously Stearns somehow messed that up. And I think that's a good testament to what analytics has done to baseball. How like nobody puts into account the mental side of baseball now. Where coming to the game, like coming to every game that the Mets played in 2024, I'm sure for the players was amazing. Like you knew you were gonna have a great time. The whole stuff with
great
Jose
season.
Iglesias and Grimace and all this stuff, it was ridiculous, but it was working. And it seemed like the team that was honestly, I was rooting for the Mets at that point because it was like, wow, this team is unreal. They found so many different ways to win. They looked like they were the closest team I've ever seen in my life. It was like they just loved being there. And then last year, obviously Stearns kind of changes the roster around, doesn't bring back Iglesias, which whatever, like he's a veteran, he would have been taking up his spot, but
Hey,
like you
yeah,
just have him in the clubhouse, as just like a spark and just someone that
he's such a glue guy for us.
yeah, exactly. And
He
look at
was
what
big.
happened. When stuff got bad midway through the year, because
Hmm.
obviously the Mets got off to a good start last year, and it was like, oh, like this is it. Like we're amazing. Like, and Soto wasn't even good in the beginning of last year, and you guys are
Yeah,
still in first place in the NL East. It looked like it was going to be a joke. And then when stuff kind of fell apart in the middle of the year, they just never recovered. They just slowly, they had the slowest death I've ever seen. 3 straight months of just like
Never got
they
better.
kind of showed you like, oh, we'll be good, we'll be, and then they just collapsed, and they didn't have anyone in that clubhouse that can hold it together. And that was the main problem the entire year. It was ridiculous. So
yeah, but then you look to guys like Lindor and Nimmo, and I guess they didn't do that good of a job last year
yeah,
regarding like the clubhouse. But I mean, like it was just a steady decline the whole year. And 2024, I'll never forget. Like that was my favorite year of baseball ever. Like I watched every single game, excited to watch. Like the last game of the season to make the playoffs with
it
the
was ridiculous.
Braves,
Yeah.
craziest game ever. Pete Alonso homer. Like I'm getting nostalgic right now, but
Yeah.
like,
the
yo, it's
the Lindor Grand Slam. It was one of
oh
the
my
most
God.
amazing moments.
Yeah.
It was
And then
just
yo,
like
I actually I went to a game versus the Dodgers and they ended up losing 8-0, but still a fun
yeah,
a
I
fun
mean,
series.
whatever, yeah. You'll take
Yeah,
it. I've
but
seen some
it's
horrible Yankee losses. I went to game four against Toronto this year. I was so
oh
hyped. After Judge hit the home run in game three, I was like, oh my God, we're winning this series. That's his moment. That
yeah.
changes everything. And I literally did whatever it took for my dad to get tickets to game four. And Chris Olivero, legend, hooked us up right behind home plate. I was right by Timothy Chalamet. It was amazing. The atmosphere was ridiculous. It was
You
like
mean
everyone
S the
felt
kid?
it. Yeah, everyone felt it, and they did nothing. They shit the bed. It was the most
Yeah.
pathetic game I've ever
No,
watched.
I did think after that Judge Homer, I was like, yo, this is his moment. Like he
Yeah,
might be doing something here. But then I don't know. Hey, what do you think about the Blue Jays, Brandon? Like I'm curious, like as a Yankees fan, like their run. 'Cause
I
that was
mean,
kind of like fun to watch.
I will say like they're a problem. I want to hear Mike's take on it too. But, like they are they are way better than us, and they're gonna just keep getting better.
I'll put it this
And
way. They're definitely a problem. They're a great team. But if you watch back the series, Yankees versus Blue Jays this year, we played like shit.
we were
Yeah.
horrible, horrible.
Like if we played any better, it's going another it's a lot closer. Like for example, right? I was at the game when Schlittler pitched for the first time when we closed out against Red Sox.
Oh,
I watched
insane.
that game and I'm like, all right, we're good. Like we actually might make
Yeah.
it. Schlittler, first time on the mound, set
Mhm.
records after they mashed against us game one. Mashed. So the Red Sox were underrated. Obviously, they were missing a couple players,
That's
whatever.
another team that's scary.
But yeah, no, listen, they have potential. The Blue
I
Jays are good. If they don't have Guerrero and another player, they're not even half as good.
Yeah. Now
Their
all their
pitching
role
is
players were
legit.
going crazy. Yeah.
Pitching
I
is
s-
definitely
yeah,
legit.
I
But
saw the main threat, I guess, to I guess the Mets for Tucker is Toronto. Like if they lose Bichette, I think they
They're
go
always in the
on.
mix every
Yeah,
year.
they're always in the mix. They just don't. They're like one of the
I
teams
know.
that never gets
They're
anywhere. You
always
know.
the team
Now,
away.
Well,
yeah,
now they could be.
now it's different. They
Well,
they,
wait.
they should have beat the
Do you think
Dodgers.
Bichette's coming back or no?
I think, yeah, I would imagine there's no way they can let him go. I
Yeah.
think either I think honestly it wouldn't be crazy though if Bichette ended up in LA. That would be the move because then
Well,
you move
Is
best
it
back to
crazy
LA.
realistically,
for anyone to end up in LA now?
I
Yeah.
know,
no,
but
no.
it's a
Realistically, they should have beat the Dodgers too.
they should have. That was
Yeah.
the
They
oh
should
my
have.
God.
They should have beat
Think
them.
back to that. It was
So they're definitely legit. As much as I would like to not admit it, they're pretty damn good.
yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty
We
damn
had
good.
no chance against the Dodgers. It felt like like I mean I wouldn't say we
I
had no
mean,
chance,
we
but
did though. If you
yeah.
think about it, game one should have been ours, coaching era. Game two with the Nestor. Why are you putting Nestor Cortez in?
Yeah.
He didn't pitch for 46 days.
And
And
game
you put
five was
and Friedman's up.
yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, we should have gone back conservatively, back to New York.
We're tied 1-1 going to New York.
That's
And
what
then
it should have been.
you lose game 3 and 4, but then game 5, it's like you're up 5-0. Your ace is on the mound. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
but Brandon,
God, I
the one
can't
thing I
think
think
about it.
about is if
It's
you
just
go
damn.
back to New York 1-1 after winning
Yeah, who
just
knows?
one game
Yeah.
in LA,
Who knows what happened? I
that
know.
whole series could be completely different.
You can't think about it like that, but like it is.
It's
That's
true
what we
though.
did. We took one in LA too, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
got back
No.
home.
After taking one
Got
LA, I
smacked.
was like, oh my God, we're set. And
That's
then
a
we
Yeah, we
got
were
massive
1-1
momentum
back to
shift.
New York. It fell apart.
But
yeah.
what's the problem with the Mets though? They got blown out in those games.
Yeah,
Pitching,
they couldn't
pitching,
pitch.
pitching,
Yep.
pitching.
It's always
And
been the
you still
pitching, bro.
don't address it.
Yep.
You don't fix it.
Always goes back to it.
Like what are we
Lineup was
you
never
guys? I
an
thought you
issue.
guys haven't had a good bullpen in 10 years.
We played in that series against the Dodgers. It was game 5, I think, when we were down 3-1. We put up 13 on them against, I think it was Flaherty on the mound, who was having a great postseason, by the
Yeah.
way. Flaherty on the mound, we put up 13. We didn't strike out one time. Not once. Not one strikeout in the whole game.
That's insane.
And it's the pitching. It's a pitching issue. It's
Yeah,
been a
it's always
pitching
been
issue.
pitching.
It will continue to be a pitching issue until it's addressed. But Stearns doesn't realize that. He's going to bring another project guy this offseason, and it's going to be a mess again. Another mess.
Wait, who are the pitchers on the market? Like besides,
Valdez
I
is
mean,
a big one.
yeah, I've heard Skubal,
Suarez.
but there's no way he leaves
Suarez,
Detroit.
yeah. I think
There's Class A.
Peralta might
Class
get
A on the
traded.
market.
Class A. Jail league.
Oh my God.
I mean, the market to drop the soap.
there's I mean, you guys have the prospects to make these moves. You
Yeah,
could trade
exactly.
for someone like Scooble. You definitely, but like the problem is though, if you're gonna trade for someone like Scooble, you have to give up, I would imagine, I don't know about
Yeah.
McLean, but like Sproat and
Oh,
Tom.
definitely one of those guys. Yeah,
McLean,
both of them.
McLean. If it's Screwball, McLean's going to be in the deal, and
It
I don't
has
know
to
if
be.
I'd be willing to do that.
Scooble's the best pitcher we've ever seen in our lifetime. He's
Yep.
unbelievable.
He's so good.
You can't and you're gonna pay him obviously. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very very weird.
What about like Schwarber too? Like that, actually, if he went to the Mets, I would be happy. I like Schwarber a lot.
You really think
But
you'd
I
go to
don't-
the Mets though?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
hey, you never know. Saquon went to the Eagles. I hate that guy, but
I guess
you
so.
never know, bro.
I
I
guess
feel
so.
like I don't know.
Whoever has the most money nowadays.
I mean,
feel like
that would
that's
be
just not like a
criminal.
good move. Again, that's just someone that's an automatic DH. He just clogs up the DH spot.
I've seen like things where if they don't bring back, God forbid, they don't bring back Alonso, then they'd pivot to Schwarber. But I don't
That's
know.
that's a joke.
I don't like that at all.
No, he's not going to age good, and he takes up a DH spot, which you're going to probably need in the future.
We have
But
7
imagine-
DHs on this team, so
Exactly. It's like you're building the Yankees offense right now. I mean, we have 9 DHs, it feels like. It's ridiculous. We have 16 catchers and none of them are good. It's a joke. So like I don't know why you're like copying us, and then you love to steal
Nah,
our relievers too. Our wall, you're gonna get Luke Weaver, throw him in there with Devin Williams.
And we hate
Yeah,
to
why
and
not?
we hate to bring up prospects too. We
Yeah,
hate to
no,
bring up
exactly.
Yo,
Same with you guys.
Brandon, do you remember when we were talking about how the Yankees like have not had good, like they can't develop prospects?
Yes.
Bro, I think the exact same thing about the Mets. Like Beatty, Mauricio, Alvarez, all supposed to be these
Even Vientos.
insane.
How did he fall off?
How
Yo,
did?
He was
Oh my
supposed to
God!
be a
I mean,
superstar.
Brandon, do you remember Gleyber Torres was supposed to be next to Jesus at one
He was
point?
supposed to be Jeter. He was the best
Supposed to
prospect
be
like ever.
insane.
yeah.
Jason Dominguez, even. I know it's too early, but like come on.
Yeah, these
Bunch of guys,
prospects never
Volpe,
like
Volpe,
we hype him up. We're New
No.
York fans, like
Volpe, the GOAT, next
oh
Jeter.
my God.
He'll be a Met. He'll be a
I'll
Met.
take him.
He'll
He'll
definitely
be
be.
amazing on the Mets, of course.
Stearns will make it the next project, and
I
I hope he sees
blow
guarantee
this
up again.
video somewhere, Volpe, because oh my God, I am the number one Volpe hater on this planet. What he has done, I've watched every Yankee game for the last my whole life. It feels like what he has done to my mental health is despicable. He is the worst player I've ever seen because he will have a game where against the Marlins this year, no one talks about it because he was awful. But he had one game this year where they threw him out there again, even though he was 0 for his last 50, batting 205 with, doing nothing, making errors. He led the league in errors, by the way, and he was batting 205. Yeah, but let's throw him out there again. Why not? Why not? Yeah. But he did have a game against the Marlins where he was unbelievable. 4 for 4, 2 home runs, hit a bomb to give us the lead, and he was telling the dugout, calm down. I got this. I got this. I was like, oh my God, he's here. He's finally here. He's
Hey,
confident.
was that the Bednar game where he blew it at the end?
Yes, the first game we
Oh,
had all the guys that we traded for. They all blew the game. Caballero made the error.
Yeah.
Duvall blew it. Bednar blew it. Jake Bird, who died, I don't even know if he's still alive. Guy got sent to like Alcatraz. He's gone. Disappeared off the face of the earth. And it's just like
And
after
wait,
that game,
Brandon, don't forget. Sorry to interrupt you, but don't forget in the playoffs, Volpe in the playoffs will give you a home run. He will guarantee you a home
home
run.
run off
But
of
as soon
Crochet.
but as soon as he hits that home run, he will do nothing.
Over.
So
It's
as soon
over.
as you see that ball go over the fence, all right, he's over his next 25.
Which he literally did. He went 0 for 20 with like 16 strikeouts or something historic that you can't even try to do.
He's
You
breaking
literally
records.
try to do that.
Like, why isn't he bunting? Just have the kid bunt at this point.
He was getting in game 4 against the Blue Jays. I will never forget this. He was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and he was up at the end of the game. And you know what he did? He struck out again.
Nah,
And,
surprise.
and it was a pathetic at bat. And I lost it. I was screaming. And I started a massive chant of boos. I was going off. And that's one of my prouder moments as a Yankee fan. Booing Anthony Volpe. This is a Met video, and I'm still angry about it right now. I mean, I'm like, what are we doing? That's how much he pisses me off. I hope one day he sees that video because
Yet you still have fans that defend him with their life, which is
Life.
insane.
Yeah,
If he was on the
yeah.
Mets, I wouldn't be able to handle
Oh,
it.
yo, he's Italian. He's getting his hand.
Oh, his
I feel
shoulder,
like
his
yes,
shoulder's
yes,
hurt.
he's Italian, so everyone loves him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be good. He sucks.
Like
He's
DeVito.
terrible.
All right, guys,
All right.
that's the end of the video. Last thing from the Mets fans.
Hey, David Stearns, if you're watching this, please save us. And we have to make the playoffs this year with this roster. Get us some pitching. That's all I ask. Get us some pitching.
Same thing as Rob. Just it's been the problem for the last 2 years. They got to figure it out. Stearns is on the hot seat at this point.
All right,
What a
guys.
video.
Yeah, we'll see if they can figure it out. So I think we're both struggling over here in New York. New York is on a downward spiral in basically all the sports besides the Knicks. So
Yeah.
hopefully figure it out, and I'll see you next time.